Mabuhay! I am Awal Fajardo from BSHM 3A, and for this video reporting, I'll be discussing Chapter 8, Laws Affecting the Accommodation Sector. Tourism is very important to the Philippines because it helps the economy grow and create jobs. The government knows this, so it included tourism in the Philippine Medium-Term Development Plan 2001 to 2004 as a key industry for progress. However, study shows that the Philippines needs to improve its tourism industry to compete with other ASEAN countries. A country's success in tourism depends on many things such as affordable prices, good infrastructure, advanced technology, clean environment, and skilled workers. The Philippines is also known for its friendly and hardworking people, making it one of the best in human resources. It is also affordable for travelers and has decent infrastructure, but there are still problems in safety, accessibility, and service quality. Tourists do not only look at prices and attraction, they also want a safe, convenient, and smooth experience. As more tourists visit the country, there is a greater need for quality hotels and accommodations. The Department of Tourism has pushed for the construction of 20,000 more hotel rooms to serve the growing number of visitors. Between 2003 and 2004, hotel occupancy rates in Metro Manila increased, proving that accommodations play a big role in tourism. Because of this, laws for accommodation businesses are very important. These laws make sure hotels and similar places are safe, clean, and provide good experience. They also protect the rights of guests and help business operate properly. This chapter will talk about the different laws that regulate accommodation establishments, including the National Building Code of the Philippines. Understanding these laws is important to keep the tourism industry strong, safe, and welcoming for visitors. And now, for our learning objectives, at the end of this video presentation, you will be able to identify the laws affecting the accommodation sector, explain guest rights in hotel, and describe quality and safety standards in hotel. At this point, I will now present the topic outline. For section 1, nature of description of the business, classifications of accommodation establishments, accreditation of accommodation establishments, rules on resort operation, National Building Code, building permits, light and ventilation, sanitation and waste management, fire and safety regulations, acceptability and mobility, registration of guests and occupants, National Homestay Program. For Section 1, nature and description of the business. The accommodation industry plays a vital role in tourism by providing lodging and related services to travelers. These businesses can be owned by an individual, sole proprietorship, or a partnership, or a corporation, regardless of ownership type. All establishments must follow government regulations to ensure guest safety, hygiene, and quality service. To better understand the industry, let's explore the different types of accommodation establishments and their classifications. Hotels. Categories and features. Hotels vary widely in terms of luxury, service quality, and pricing. They are classified into 4 categories. First, deluxe or 5-star hotels. These are the most luxurious hotels offering high-end amenities, spacious rooms, fine dining, swimming pools, fitness centers, and excellent customer service. Examples include the Peninsula Hotel in Makati and Hyatt Hotel in Manila. Second is the first class or the 4-star hotel. While slightly less extravagant than 5-star hotels, these still provide premium accommodations with high service standards. Bayview Park Hotel in Manila is an example. Number 3, standard or 3-star hotels. These mid-range hotels balance affordability and comfort, offering essential amenities. This hotel in Batangas City falls into this category. Number 4, economy or the two-star hotels. These hotels focus on affordable lodging with basic services, making them ideal for budget-conscious travelers. Hotel Las Palmas in Manila is an example. Resorts, types and classifications. Unlike hotels, resorts are designed for leisure and recreation. They provide scenic locations and natural attractions that enhance the guest experience. Resorts can be categorized based on their location and environment. Beach resorts, located along coastlines, these resorts offer stunning ocean views and water activities. Example, Boracay Regency in Aklan. Inland resorts, situated in towns or cities, these resorts provide urban relaxation experiences. Example, Raksas Wildlife Resort in Iloilo. Island resorts, found on natural or man-made islands. These resorts provide secluded and luxurious experience. Example, El Nido Minloc Island Resort in Palawan. Lakeside or riverside resorts, positioned near lakes or rivers, these resorts emphasize nature-based relaxation. Example, Lake Caliraya Resort in Laguna. Mountain resorts, located near mountains or hills, these resorts provide cool climate and scenic landscape. Example, Camp John Hay and Baguio. Special interest resorts. These cater to specific activities like water sports or adventure tourism. Example, Camp Sir Water Sports Complex. Beside hotels and resorts, there are other types of accommodation establishment that serve different market segments. Other accommodation types are tourist inns, simple and affordable lodging for tranchets, apartels, accommodation of apartments and hotels, ideal for long-term stays. Example, Ascot Hotel in Makati. Pension houses, small family-run accommodations with shared facilities. Example, Pension Natividad in Manila. Motels, roadside accommodations designed for motorists, often with a parking near rooms. Example, the Sogo Hotel. Now that we understand the different types of accommodation, let's explore on the accreditation process. Accreditation of accommodation establishment. To maintain high-quality tourism services, the Department of Tourism offers accreditation to accommodation businesses. Although not required by law, accreditation boosts a business credibility and assures guests that the establishment meets sanitation, safety, and service standards. Rules and regulations for accreditation. To be eligible for accreditation, an accommodation business must be legally registered as a business entity, complying with health and safety standards set by the government, provide quality service, proper facilities, and good customer care. Requirements for accreditation businesses seeking accreditation must submit legal documents, business name registration or SEC registration, and other relevant papers. Financial records, tax returns, and audited financial statements, except for new businesses. Employee information, a complete list of staff including work permits for foreign workers, business permit, mayor's permit, and other required licenses. Validity and cancellation of accreditation. Once approved, the certificate of accreditation is valid for 1 year. Accreditation can be revoked if the establishment violates regulations such as submitting false information during the application, failing to maintain sanitation and safety standards, allowing illegal and immoral activities on the premises. Since accreditation improves a business reputation, it is highly recommended for those in the hospitality industry. Now that we've discussed accreditation, let's turn our attention to the proper management of resorts, which have additional operational rules. Rules on the operation and management of resorts. Resorts must follow strict rules to ensure guest safety cleanliness, and environmental sustainability. Sanitation measures, PD 856, Code of Sanitation of the Philippines. Resort must keep their surroundings clean and implement proper waste disposal methods. Drinking water must be safe and regularly tested to prevent health issues. Facilities such as bathrooms, pools, and dining areas must be sanitized regularly. Lifeguard, security, and medical services. Certified lifeguards must be present at pools and beaches. Security personnel should monitor the premises to prevent disturbances. Resort must have an on-call doctors and trained first aiders in case of medical emergencies. Safety measures and precautionary policies. Swimming at the beach is prohibited after 10 p.m. to prevent accidents. Pools must be well lit and supervised by lifeguards during night swimming hours. Warning signs should be clearly visible in areas with natural, artificial hazards. Prohibited acts and environmental protection. Littering is strictly forbidden. Resort owners must implement anti-littering policies. Fishing and animal bathing in resort waters are not allowed. Resort must be at least 5 kilometers away from pollution-causing factories. By following these regulations, resorts can provide a clean, safe, and enjoyable experience for guests. Now let's discuss the construction standards set by the National Building Code. National Building Code of the Philippines, PD 1096. The National Building Code ensures that all accommodation establishment follow safe construction practices. General Building Requirements, Section 104, building must be safe, durable, and well-maintained. Hotels and resorts must follow environmental protection standards. Site Requirements, Section 105, buildings must be located far from pollution sources. They must have safe access to public roads. General requirement by use or occupancy, Section 704. Hotels and resorts must be built using fire-resistant materials and the proper ventilation system. Following these requirements helps ensure the safety and sustainability of accommodation establishment. Now let's move on to the permits required before building any structure. Section 5, Building Permits. Before construction, all establishments must obtain a building permit to ensure safety compliance. Section 301, Building Permit Requirements. No construction can begin without an approved building permit. Section 302, Application for Permits. The application must include approved building plans for licensed engineers and architects, ownership documents of the land, estimated construction cost. By securing a building permit, establishment can ensure that their structures meet government safety standards. Next, let's discuss the importance of light and ventilation in buildings. Proper light and ventilations are essential for guest comfort, safety, and compliance with health regulations. General Requirements, Article 801. All buildings must be designed to allow adequate natural light and air circulation. Every accommodation must face a street, public alley, or private road for accessibility. Size and dimensions of rooms, Article 806. To ensure comfort, rooms must meet minimum size requirements. Guest rooms at least 6 square meters with a minimum width of 2 meters. Kitchen at least 3 square meters with a minimum width of 1.5 meters. Bathrooms and toilets at least 1.2 square meters with a minimum width of 0.9 meters. Window openings, Article 808. Rooms without artificial ventilation must have windows covering at least 10% of the floor area. Windows must open to a yard, street, alley, or open space for proper airflow. Artificial ventilation, Article 811. If windows are not provided, air conditioning or mechanical ventilation must be installed. Hotels, restaurants, and laundries must have at least 10 air changes per hour to ensure proper air circulation. With proper ventilation, guests can enjoy a comfortable and healthy environment. Now let's move on to sanitation and waste management, which is another critical aspect of accommodation business. Sanitation and waste management. Sanitation laws ensure that accommodation establishments provide clean and hygienic environments for guests. General Sanitation Requirements, Section 901, all buildings must have safe drinking water, proper plumbing, and sanitary waste disposal system. Regular pest control must be conducted to prevent infestations. Environmental Impact System, PD 1586. Hotels and resorts must obtain an Environmental Compliance Certificate or ECC before construction, especially in protected areas. Ecological Waste, Solid Waste Management Act of Republic Act number 9003. All businesses must practice waste segregation. Biodegradable waste must be composted or properly disposed of. Recyclable materials should be collected separately. Special waste, hazardous or toxic materials must be handled according to government regulations. Waste disposal regulations, PD 1152. Dumping all solid waste into rivers, lakes, or coastal areas is strictly prohibited. Local governments enforce proper garbage collection and disposal systems. By following these waste management regulations, hotels and resorts help protect the environment while ensuring clean surroundings for guests. Now let's discuss fire and safety regulations, which are crucial for preventing disasters. Fire safety is a top priority in all accommodation establishments to protect guests, employees, and the property. Fire Code of the Philippines, PD 1185. Hotels and resorts must have fire alarm, sprinkler systems, and fire extinguisher on every floor. Fire safety inspections are mandatory before a business can receive its permit to operate. Emergency exits and fire protection features. Each floor must have clearly marked and well-lit emergency exits. Stairways and corridors must remain free from the obstructions at all times. Adequate elimination of exit ways. All exit pods must have backup lighting system in case of our power failures. Fire exit plans must be posted inside guest rooms and public areas, ensuring fire safety measures helps protect lives and property. Now let's look at the acceptability and mobility regulations, which promote inclusivity for all guests. To provide equal access for people with disabilities, accommodation establishment must follow Batas Pambansa BLG 344, also known as the Law to Enhance Mobility of Disabled Person. Key accessibility requirements. Ramps, handrails, and elevators must be installed for wheelchair access. Designated parking spaces must be provided for persons with disabilities. Entrance doors, hallways, and public restaurants must wide enough to accommodate wheelchairs. By making accommodation accessible, hotels and resorts ensure that all guests, regardless of mobility limitations, can enjoy their stay comfortably. Now, let's talk about the guest registration and identification, which is important for safety and security. Hotels and other lodging establishments are required to register all guests upon check-in for security and record-keeping purposes. DOT Memorandum Circular Number 2006-09. All guests, visitors, and joiners must present valid identification before check-in. The guest booking information sheet must be completed and verified with a passport, driver's license, or company ID. All vehicles entering the premises must be recorded, including their plate numbers and driver details. Failing to register guests properly can lead to penalties or accreditation review by the Department of Tourism. Now let's move on to the National Homestay Program, which provides an alternative lodging experience for tourists. The National Homestay Program allows travelers to stay with Filipino families in residential homes, offering a more authentic and cultural experiences. Requirements for homestay sites: the area must be safe and have tourist attractions nearby. Basic infrastructure such as roads and transportation services must be available. The local community must support and participate in the program. Home facilities for homestay houses must be clean, safe, and well maintained. Guest rooms should be furnished and have proper ventilation. Clean and functioning bathrooms, running water, and lighting system are required. Training and accreditation standards. Families must undergo training conducted by Department of Tourism. Accredited homestay providers are regularly monitored for quality and safety compliances. Homestays provide affordable accommodation while allowing tourists to experience Filipino hospitality and culture firsthand. In conclusion, as we have seen, the accommodation industry is highly regulated to ensure safety, sanitation, and service quality. Whether operating a hotel, resort, motel, or homestay, business owners must comply with various laws for government policies. For our key takeaways, accreditation ensures that hotels and resorts meet industry standards. Sanitation and waste management prevent health and hazard and environmental damage. Fire safety regulations protect guests from property from emergencies. Accessibility laws ensure that all travelers, including persons with disability, have equal access. Guest registration rules enhance security and record keeping. The National Homestay Program offers unique cultural experience by tourists. By adhering to these laws, accommodation business can provide a high quality services while contributing to the growth of the tourism industry. And I think that's it for my video presentation. I hope that you grasped some information about the topic. Thank you and have a great day ahead.